Welcome to Phantomonia Ltd's weekly preview. Here to preview the next upcoming week in sports. Sorry we didn't have our normal preview last week, the preview of the championship rounds of the NFL. We had a fan letter that we extended a invite to do a show to Mr. Shane Morris, if you remember on our last show. Shane contacted us a couple times, said he was coming out to do some recordings for the show, and then never showed up. So, the theme of the next couple videos is Shane Morris, where are you? And in honor of Digger Phelps, we got our matching dry erase, matching shirt. I know it's not a designer shirt, but and we're going to start the preview off talking about college basketball. Basically, college basketball season heating up, and it's becoming the best time of the sports year, folks. Got the Super Bowl coming up, which we'll have our Super Bowl roundtable next week. And we also got all the conference championship games, all the conference matchups, and heating up towards March Madness. Best time of the year, in my opinion, folks. Basically, we got a new number one in Ohio State, and they're looking dominant, folks. Basically, tonight, as we're recording this, they had their first big test against Purdue, number 12 ranked Purdue, and they just slaughtered them. It's like a 23-point win, I think it was. It was like 84 to, I forget what Purdue had. It was that memorable. Jared Sullinger's looking ridiculous. It's hard not to get overexcited as an Ohio fan, as an Ohio native, but, who in the NCAA is going to stop that center play? Center play is usually guard play dominates the NCAAs, but not the way Mr. Sullinger is playing. Got BYU out there surprising some people. Not surprising that they're doing good, but surprising how good they're doing. Ranked up in the top 10. Also, San Diego State. There's the surprise of the year so far, folks. Undefeated, the last undefeated team besides Ohio State, ranked number 4 in the country. A lot of big games. We got North Carolina starting to heat up a little bit, seeing if they can crack back into the top 25. And, we're looking forward to a good college basketball season here. I know the season's already about 20 games underway, but this one it starts really heating up, You look back at the beginning of the year when, I really don't pay too much attention to it because everything pans out. Michigan State was highly ranked, and and where they at now, folks. Great time for sports and great time for college basketball. Tiger Woods is back. Tiger Woods is back on the course. He's teeing off Thursday. San Diego. I don't know why you're shaking your head, cameraman. He's teeing off Thursday. He's teeing off at noon. He tees off 1 o'clock on Fridays, teeing off with Rocco Mediate, his first round, okay? I know my stuff. Thank you. Anyways, he's back. He's looking forward to it. He says he's got big things promised this year. He said he can't wait to get out on the course. I can't wait to see him. I know he had a rough year last year, and everybody's, freaking out and stuff. Be a fan. The man went through some problems. You know what I'm saying? It's rough, let me tell you. As a man that's gone through some problems personally with some women, I haven't, made the divorce part, but as I itch my ear, I apologize about that. It's hard to concentrate on the task at hand when you got problems at home, especially when some kids are involved, So, cut the man some slack. He's the greatest golfer we've ever seen. Hopefully, statistically, he'll get back on course to being the greatest golfer we've ever seen. And that starts this week. At Torrey Pines. So be on the lookout for that. Watch that tournament. Golf's starting to get good, beginning of the year. Might not be a golf fan, but if Tiger gets back on it, I'm sure you'll be watching. We got the Pro Bowl, which is probably, it's a step above a preseason game in interest, but definitely below a regular season game, even if, it was a Buffalo-Cleveland game this year. They're trying to do more interesting things with the Pro Bowl to make it relevant again. They're trying to, put it the week before the Super Bowl. I'm actually probably going to watch this game, to be honest with you. I think some of these players, they're going to be back out there having some fun. It's back out in Hawaii this year. Definitely gives me another opportunity to see Super 7, Mr. Michael Vick, you know. Gives my wife another shot to see Deshaun Jackson and talk about him like she knows something about football. Um, last little chance to see some teams that we like, seeing as though can't say the same for the Super Bowl. But I'm predicting. I'm trying to think of what I predicted on Facebook. What did I say? 38-35 NFC with Mr. Showstopper Michael Vick getting the MVP. That's my predictions. It's not just because I'm a huge Vic fan, which I'm sure everybody's starting to notice. It's just I think that when it comes to an exhibition game, especially when defenders aren't hitting that much, somebody with that talent, if he's given a quarter to play, he's gonna tear it up. So I'm actually gonna be watching this year's Pro Bowl, probably the first time in quite a few years. And last, we're gonna wrap this preview up, as you can tell, with the lack of things going on this week in the off Super Bowl week is National Signing Day is coming up. This has become, like the Pro Bowl, the probably maybe underneath the Pro Bowl, the second most overhyped, unimportant event in sports. All of a sudden, I know there's little glimpses of it back in the day with the Marcus Dupree's and all that kind of stuff, which obviously, he had a good career, but didn't end up the way he should have. It's an overhyped fest. I'll give a perfect example, which I know, once again, being from Ohio here, we'll go back to, what was it, it was either the '01 or '02 recruiting class? No, it was the '02 recruiting class, when the very first signee for Ohio State was Justin Swick, Mr. Ohio, can't miss quarterback, all that. And the very last person they signed to a letter of intent was Troy Smith. What ended up happening, that unranked, unknown Troy Smith ended up being a Heisman Trophy winner and taking him to a national title game, while Justin Swick, the can't miss prospect, sat on the bench watching him. You got, things are looking good. Right now, as football has been dominating, the SEC is dominating the top 10 lists that you see online. Even in Florida State, they're ranked number one in a lot of places. Texas ranked 2. You got Florida, Alabama 4, 5. You got Oklahoma 6. You got Ohio State ranked 7 in the top 7. This one might be a little more interesting than normal ones, because at least according to ESPN's top 150, you got 4 of the top 5 are still unsigned, including their number one recruit. So, right now we're gonna see. It's a decent day in football. It's one of them days that you can sit there and kind of get to know some of your players. I know around here in this neck of the woods, there's already some excitement. Because there's a couple area high school football players going down to Ohio State, Mr. Steve Miller and Mr. I forget his name. That was definitely an error on my part. But the old wide receiver from Massillon, I forget his name. But big excitement about them in this local area. But, we'll see. For the kids, I hope you make a good decision. I hope you make the right decision. I hope you, go through with it. And we'll see. Like I said, not much to talk about this week. So, basically, take this week, folks, spend some time with your families. You know what I'm saying? There's not much going on in sports. Kick it with the kids. Get some cleaning up around the house. Get ready for Super Bowl week. Definitely need to do some cleaning for the Super Bowl week. Right, cameraman? Gotta clean it up. Super Bowl party. And our next preview will definitely be the Super Bowl preview. So we'll be hopefully having a round table. Hopefully Mr. Shane Morris will be hitting us up. Also, we'll get some other input from some of our normal Magic guys. They'll be coming in from the Magic playtest sessions and giving us some input on their Super Bowl picks. So once again, until next time, Hit us up, email fandommoneyltd@att.net. Give us some topics, especially on weeks like this where there ain't nothing going on. Email us, folks. Need some topics. Want your opinions. Let's get this rolling. Follow us Twitter, www.twitter.com/fandommoneyltd, or hit us up on Facebook. Do a search fandommoneyltd. Hit that little like button. Let's keep it moving. Alright, y'all. Hit us up. We want to hear some fan mail. Want more than just Mr. Morris. Especially if you live around Ohio, we'll invite you on the show. Just don't play us like Mr. Shane Morris. Shane Morris, Super Bowl special. Get over here. Have a good one.